Right now. They don't get there. Yeah, I don't want to.
Testing 1, 2, 3. If you are on the program, can you please come to the stage?
I don't think in case we just right there. That's and I really speak.
And what's not the worst for speakers, my bad, just the people that is on the program. We'll call you guys up when it's time.
There was someone from Clarendon, I'm going to speak that right here. Actually, you'll put the background figure out. Okay, because I thought that yes, ma'am. Everybody could have and what's high school and what you're talking about. All right.
Is it here?
Yes, and it should be on the. To another student, those students that added on, some of you don't want to stay. That's. So once they come to our life, well, just grade them, they kind of already got it broken down to us, one through grade them, how they got their delivery of TNS. I'll give you opinion and then sign at the bottom. It's about 8 minutes past the starting time. So if you guys can go ahead and take your seats. Miss Jamie, is she in the building? Let me just give it a couple seconds so Miss Jamie can enter into the room.
She'll be in just in a moment. She just had to go grab her glasses. Know how they can get. How y'all feeling this morning? Y'all good? Y'all okay?
Yes.
Did y'all eat breakfast this morning? I ain't eating nothing, so I'm hungry. I'm tired, but that's okay. We're gonna get through this.
Right.
What schools do we got in here today? We got Lee High School in here. We're here. We got Clarendon in here.
Yeah.
Kip, y'all in here? Yes, no? Can I get a hand clap at least so I know? Anybody from Kip? Guess we'll find out when we get to the auditorium. Okay, good morning, everyone. On behalf of Arkansas Land and Farm Development Corporation, again, welcome to our 45th Annual Youth Conference and Membership Meeting. My name is Michaela Smith, and I am thrilled to introduce the Mistress of Ceremony for today's 45th Annual Youth Conference. Ms. Janie graduated from Philander Smith University with a Bachelor's of Science in Business Administration. She retired from the United States Department of Agriculture, Farm Service Agency after 32 years of dedicated service, including her role as County Executive Director, a member of Delta Sigma Theta Incorporated. She currently serves as the Youth Division Director and Farm Program Advisor for the Arkansas Land and Community Development Corporation. It is my honor to present to you Ms. Janie Williams.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm telling you all, it's so good out there. And again, we just want to thank you all for being here and everything that has been done. And so we're going to go on and just get started on the program. Dr. King would not be happy starting a little bit after. Anyway, just want to thank Caitlin for that. And our opening morning session here, our welcome and membership call is going to be with our own, our president of the program, of our youth program here, and it's going to be Stephanie Ellison. Stephanie.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our event. It's a great pleasure to have you all here today to celebrate this special occasion with us. I want to extend my warmest greetings to each and every one of you for making an effort to join us here today. Today is a very special day as we gather to celebrate our achievements and milestones. I'm deeply grateful to honor our guests for their presence and support. This event wouldn't have been possible without the hard work and dedication of our organizers and also volunteers. We promise an event filled with fun and excitement with a variety of activities and competitions planned. I hope you all see this opportunity to network and forge new friendships. So without further ado, let's sit back, relax, and enjoy this evening's festival. Once again, I want to extend my heartfelt thanks to all of you for being here and making the 45th Annual Youth Conference a success. Thank you.
Thank you, Stephanie. This is something that we have been working on throughout the program this summer, get up and speak. And so, wonderful again. Thank you. Good job. Our next, we're gonna have our prayer officer, Chaplain Gabriel Summers. Come on up, Gabriel.
Everybody bow your heads. Gracious and eternal God, we come with thankful hearts for this gift, this 55th inner conference. Lord, we definitely pray you to you. Bless them with courage, wisdom, and unwavering faith. Surround them with your love, guide them with passion and righteousness, and shape them into leaders who honor you in all they do. May this gathering strengthen their spirits and renew their commitment to be light in the world. In the special name of Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior, we pray. Amen.
Thank you. Next, we're gonna have our youth program overview by Trenton Magic Jr. Come on up, Trenton.
Good morning. I am Trenton Magic Jr., a second year Excels participant student. I am extremely proud to be part of Arkansas Land and Farm Development Corporation 45th Annual Conference. As an Excel participant, I engage in various activities aimed at advancing community prosperity, building rural and urban underserved communities, and inspiring economic growth and sustainability. The Youth Enterprise and Career in Agriculture, Entrepreneurship, EK, and educational excellence for our children through enrichment, leadership development, and work experience excellence. This program is designed to assist youth ages 13 through 19 establishing professional careers in agriculture and related fields, including economics, biosystem, agricultural engineering, communications, dietetics, family sciences, human nutrition, rural community development, and entrepreneurship. Participants progress through 4 phases: character development, the business of forming, professional work experience, and career planning development / leadership training.
Thank you, Trenton. And we are moving a little bit ahead of time because I am so inspired with our students from all the schools, and they have just stepped up and said that they want to do the oratorical, and it is a lot of them. First time we ever had more than 6 or 7. So we have 12 students that want to stand up and do oratorical speaking. I think that is wonderful. And I just want you all to get my hand. Yes, I am happy about that. On our 45th annual conference as an Excel, and our Excel are youth from 13 through, our program is assisted in the ages from 13 through 19, and our Excel are from 13 to 15. And so in the statute, that's with Excel, which is the Youth Enterprise and Career in Agriculture and entrepreneurship, and our EK and educational excellence for our children through enrichment, leadership development, and work experience. And we just want you to know that we have all been working with what it means with the WWW, and we have learned our class work will win, and also have taught them the 5 P's. And what were they? Proper practice prevents poor performance. And I think they are doing very well with that. So we're going to move on And next we're gonna have an introduction of participation of institutions, of participating institutions, by our secretary, Malia Williams. And Raquel.
Good morning, I am Rakela Allison.
And Malia Williams. EK participant, I am at Brinkley High School. It is my pleasure to introduce the panel members for our education and career forum. As I say your name, please stand.
Arkansas Baptist College,
Arkansas Baptist.
University of Arkansas at Little.
East Arkansas Community College,
Very good.
Phillips County Community College.
Philander Smith University,
Pulaski Technical College.
University of Pine Bluff,
All right,
And Shorter College.
all right. Thank you, and Raquel, sorry about that name. So next, we're gonna ask, the others to come up. I am so sorry, you're ahead of my time. We're gonna ask the universities to come up and, tell us the programs that you have to present today with the students. We have a speaker to come up and speak. I am asking all of you to come up.
Greetings, beautiful people. My name is T.P. Hunt. I am the Director of 4-H Youth Development at the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. My dean is back there, Dr. Bruce McGowan. He put me on the spot and said, so initially Ms. Williams wanted me to talk about 4-H, but I'm just gonna talk about the university, this first part, and we have, Dr. Sue John here from Agricultural Fisheries. I don't know if Mr. Columbus is gonna come up or not. So the School of Agriculture, Fisheries, and Human Sciences at UAPB, like the title says, has 3 departments. You have agriculture, which has degrees in just general agriculture, which is animal science, as well as plant science. We have agriculture engineering. We have agriculture regulations, which include that environmental science. We have a 3+1 program with Fayetteville, that's poultry science, where you get, when you finish 4 years, you have 2 bachelor's degrees. You have 1 from UAPB in animal science and 1 from University of Arkansas at Fayetteville in poultry science. The ag engineering program is in partnership with our industrial technology, mechanical, and applied engineering program. So also our animal science, plant science, and ag engineering majors can be part of the STEM Academy. which includes internships and scholarships with that as well. Our university has a long history of greatness, of excellence. Kuntz Kyle, Dr. Kuntz pioneered kidney research. We have many musicians that have come out of University of Arkansas Pine Bluff from our, well, actually, Smokey Norfolk wasn't even in the music program. He was a history major and taught history at the high school and started a history club choir at our local high school where he and I both graduated from. But University of Arkansas Pine Bluff has a history and has a legacy of greatness in the community, as well as you can think of in agriculture and all various different fields that are offered at the University of Arkansas Pine Bluff. So when you come join us at the Pride, some people might think, oh, I've been in Arkansas all my life, I want to go somewhere else. We also have a great international program in studies where you come to UAPB, you can have the opportunity to study abroad in various different countries. Right, so I'll pass it on to Dr. Sujan that can tell you a little more about our amazing and world-renowned aquaculture fisheries program.
Hello, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I am Dr. Sujan Bhattarai. I'm from University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff, Department of Aquaculture and Fisheries. I'll make it very short. I got my doctorate degree from University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff, Aquaculture and Fisheries. So I got my master's from Kentucky State. So do you think why I went to UAPB? Because the aquaculture and fisheries program is ranked second in the United States. So aquaculture and fisheries program at UAPB is nationally and internationally recognized. And once you get this degree, students will have a very good job prospects. Like I have seen my colleagues, they have gone to work for Arkansas Game and Fish Commission, USDA. Now the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission is full of UAPB aquaculture and fisheries alum. So therefore aquaculture and fisheries program at UAPB is one of the best program, and it has the very good job prospects. So if you want to know more about our program, about the scholarship and different opportunities, please come see me back there in one of the table. Thank you, everyone.
Hello, everyone. So I am from UA Little Rock. My name is Jeff. I do work for the university in the Office of Admissions. Our university is medium-sized and we offer over 100 different degree programs. Now, for the past 3 years, we're ranked #1 in the state for business, nursing, and computer science in the state of Arkansas. This year, we're ranked #1 in the state for criminal justice and cybersecurity. So we're doing really great things there. But we also have been instrumental in providing affordability to the state of Arkansas. We were the first university to enroll anything like this. We offer the half-off tuition scholarship. So any senior who chooses UA Little Rock as their first college and enrolls in full time, if you're not already receiving $5,000 from us, half-off tuition scholarship will bring that to you. You can also get that in your second year of college with a freshman GPA of a 2.25. Okay, so we're not asking for a lot, but you can get up to the $5,000 your second year as well. What's amazing about this is any student with the half-off tuition scholarship and the Arkansas Challenge Scholarship combined, your 4-year degree at the university will be $16,000 or less for all 4 years combined, okay, to live off campus. But we took it one step further. So if that same student is also Pell eligible, we'll go ahead and make it $0 for your entire 4-year bachelor's degree to live off campus. So we have done a lot of amazing things with affordability, and we have tons of different scholarships. Definitely come by and check us out later. Okay, thank you.
Tall to have to raise the mic for me. Good morning. My name is Jerry Stigall. I serve as the Director of Recruiting and Student Activities at UAEACC, right in Fort City, so not too far up the road. So I'm going to switch gears, take a little different approach. So as some of you, or maybe all of you know, we're living in the world of AI. Okay, so it's like an up and coming thing. And so I was sitting in my office yesterday, and I was kind of thinking about, what I wanted to say for today. So I pulled up ChatGPT, if any of you have used that. And so I prompted for ChatGPT to give me like 3 solid talking points of what I could discuss about our institution in like 5 seconds. It gave me some feedback. So those are going to be my 3 talking points here for just a couple of minutes, kind of highlight some things about our institution, and then I'm going to take my seat and sit down. Okay. So the first one that it gave me was career-focused education and local opportunity. So UAEACC, we provide numerous opportunities for students to take up on a trade, get you in about a year, 9 to 10 months or so, depending on which trade you decide to do, and get you going straight into the work field, making minimum $40,000 plus, depending on where you go and what occupation you decide to do. Or you can also do like the gen ed side. So if you want to start out local, get your associate degree with us, and then transfer off to a 4-year institution to pursue your bachelor's, we have that option as well. Okay. So the second point that ChatGPT gave me was affordable access and strong support. So what that ultimately means is that we are affordable. We're cheap. We're still one of the cheapest community colleges in the state. Okay, so our tuition for an in-state residence is currently $111 per credit hour. That's pretty good. That's pretty affordable, especially for the students in the area that we serve. Okay, so students can start out with us. Like I said, get you a trade, get you in and out in about a year or so. Or get your associate's degree, transfer it off, save you a lot of money in the long run. Okay, that's ultimately what that does. All right. And so the last point that ChatGPT gave me was community and employer partnerships. And so we have connections with a variety of employers. Our auto body and auto service technology, they have connections with Toyota TTN, so where those students that complete our auto programs, they can go there and get their hands-on training experience and certification if they decide to do so. Our diesel tech instructor, he works part-time for PSP, so I'm sure he has connection. Our major appliance instructor, he owns his own business, so he has the opportunity to hire some of the students himself to work for him. So I think that's pretty cool. That's pretty neat. We also have a partnership with UAM Monticello, currently going now to where students can get their bachelor's degree in K-6 education without ever leaving our campus. Okay, that's something that we started this fall semester, and we have a couple of students that are enrolled in that. So those are the opportunities that we are, creating for our students. And so I didn't stop there. So of course I had to ask ChatGPT to give me something to close before I took my seat. So I prompted kind of what I wanted, ChatGPT to say. Give me something kind of friendly and encouraging, inspirational. In 5 seconds, ChatGPT gave me a couple of different options. But they were all like single line phrases. So I was like, okay, I need something longer. So I asked ChatGPT to give me something a little bit longer. It took it like 20 seconds for whatever reason. I don't know why it took it that long. But it did give me back a couple of responses. And there were 2 of them that I really liked, so I kind of combined them. So I'll close with this. Every time I walk across our campus, I see students who remind me why this work matters. I see why the work that all of us do as educators matter, okay? Not just myself or you at EACC. I see students that are determined, hopeful, and ready to make a difference. At UAEACC, we believe education works best when it's connected, when colleges, families, and communities come together to open doors for young people. That's exactly what we're doing in Fort City, giving students the skills, the confidence, and the belief that they can create their own future. The Delta has always had strong roots, and now we're helping it grow even stronger through education, opportunity, and belief in what's possible. Thank you.
I'm not as tall, so I'll bring it down. Good morning, everyone. My name is Christine. I serve as the Director of Recruitment for Shorter College. We are located in North Little Rock. So had I known I would be on stage with a pretty glass podium, I would have worn my cute shoes, but I wore my comfy shoes instead, so just kind of stay focused up here. For another pivot in our presentations, I would like for this to be a bit more of a conversation, okay? And for those who didn't participate, I brought some goodies for you back there at the Shorter College table. We are the last table to your right on the end. You will also notice I brought Shorty. He's our college mascot. I have a special place in my heart for mascots because I served as Wheezy the Weevil at my undergraduate college, UA Monticello. Go Weevils. I saw he has a partnership with us. So to begin the conversation, I see we have a few tables of students. Does each table represent a different school? Yeah. Okay, which schools do we have here today? Shout your school out. Okay, up here it sounds like Brinkley. So that's good, that's great. With Shorter College, the main thing I want you to understand is that we are your path to possible. How many of you, and there's no shame, life is a journey, college is not the only pathway to success. And I want you to leave here knowing that and understanding that. But how many of you are certain that you want to attend a college or university? Raise your hand. Okay, that's cool. How many of you are, if you're undecided, let me hear you clap your hands. When I ask you to clap, so I want you to celebrate the fact that you're still on that journey. You're still filling out options, and that's okay. There's no shame in that. Turn to us, turn to those in your community, turn to those at your school, turn to your neighbor if you like, but turn to someone for that guidance and that support. As someone who has attended an undergraduate college and a higher education program, grad school, I understand that you can start at one degree and a few courses later turn to something else. As an undergraduate, I started as a social work major. I changed my major 2 months into my internship. I want you to understand that I'm so glad that I did, and I'm thankful for the opportunity to grow in a structured, nurturing environment. And that's what Shorter College offers. Shorter College offers you wraparound services of support. How many of you know what you want to major in college? Shout it out for me. Nursing. Pre-dental. Criminal justice law, dentistry. Awesome. At Shorter College, we offer a number of degree programs. We are the nation's two-year HBCU. How many of you have heard of HBCU? Some of you clap. So at Shorter College, we offer a number of associate degree programs. We offer criminal justice. I heard you over here in this area, child development, Christian leadership, computer science, general studies, and we also offer a degree program of business analytics and entrepreneurial studies. No matter what school or degree program you choose, I would encourage everyone, if you get nothing else, receive your degree in general studies, because whatever four-year program you go to, you're going to need those 2 years. Get those 2-year gen eds out of the way. That's your intro science, whether it's chemistry or whatever, intro sociology. Get your 2-year options out of the way. The best place to do that for you guys is absolutely Shorter College. We are the most affordable college in the state. And for those of you who are familiar with HBCUs, it's a place of community. It's a safe, structured environment for you to grow, discover who you are, discover the sense of community, look around and feel at home. We had the pleasure and the luxury of hosting England High School yesterday. And one of the main things that those students told us is that Shorter College felt like home. A lot of people understand that small colleges offer community, but it's also those wraparound services, whether it's mental health, disability services, and then we also offer a food pantry on our campus because sometimes life happens. And at Shorter College, you'll always have someone who knows your name, who knows your story, and who's excited to support you in the journey of education. Now, this is the more fun portion of my presentation. At Shorter College, you are not required to take the ACT or ACT for admission. Let me hear a clap. The fact that you are not required to submit an ACT score or SAT score, that's our investment in your education. Because we understand that those scores do not determine whether or not you will succeed in college. Come to Shorter College and allow us to support you on that road to success. Along with those, we offer debt-free options. Does anyone know what that means, a debt-free option? That means we offer a combination of financial aid and scholarships. Along with that, we also offer paid internships and work study. So if you choose and navigate it accordingly, you can leave college with absolutely zero, zilch, nada in debt. Is that pretty exciting? Woo! That's what I'm talking about. I love that enthusiasm. In closing, I want you all to understand that your path to possible can very well begin at Shorter College. But if nothing else, your path to possible starts with you. Remember who you want to be. Remember who you want to grow into. And remember who you are. Carry those core values with you to no matter what school you choose. Carry those values with you. Go on to do great things. Come back and invest in your community. I've received so many warm welcomes here. I'm so glad that you guys are hosting this here in Brinkley. And thank you for your time. If you have any questions, you can find me at the table in the back right corner. Again, I brought Shorty the Bulldog. He's the official mascot. And you're welcome to try him on because we always say everybody wants to be a Bulldog. Thank you.
All right. I just wish I was out there so I could jot down a whole lot of information that was so beneficial to me as well, to pass on to my program students. Next week, let's give all of them a hand. Because they did such an awesome job. So we're going to take a break right now. And so you all get an opportunity to go back there and speak with them again, if you're interested. And then we'll come back and get into the oratorical session with the youth. I would like to spend a little time with those who are who has signed up to do oratorical speaking. I would like to speak with you before we started. But anyway, I'm going to give you a break and let's go back there and visit with the colleges. And then we'll resume back. Thank you so much for your attention because you've been great. So it's hard questions like I said, I'll do it. To the fine. They get up and start, when they speak, they go ask them.
Set that table up over there. Here they go. This is what college is for. Okay, I have found it. What are you doing with it? This. Somebody put it up there? Okay. That's what they're fussing about. Let me go give them the sheet. Got it. This is what they're looking at.
EJ is good to some red.
Break in 5 more minutes. We are gonna get started with the program. So if you need to go to the bathroom, to the restroom, then you do so. However, we're gonna get started afterwards. 5 minutes, McCaitlin. Before we get started, we're gonna have Miss Tiki to come up from UABB, and she's going to speak with you all regarding the 4-H club. So if you want to get your hands on, boots on the ground, then you got your last chance. Last chance, boots on the ground. All responses. So 5 minutes have expired. Okay. Your boots on the ground are put up. Now we're gonna be shutting up. We are, sit back, relax for some more important information from Miss Tiki Hunt from UAPB. And she is going to speak to you all regarding the 4-H club and the youth program, probably aware somewhat from the farm loan program that we talked about during the summer program. about getting loans. And you have to now be participating in the 4-H club. All right. Mariana, all right, Miss Hickey, come on up. I just wanted to mention one thing. From Shorter College, I am so happy. She has 3 students, 2 college tours, release forms, transcript, immunization records, and all that you have to have. But tour available, lunch, a compliment of President Norfleet. So I just want you to know, I am so proud that we already have students who's interested and going to take their tours at Shorter College. All right, thank you, Ms. Shorter College.
Good morning again. Again, my name is Tiki Hunt. I'm the Director of 4-H Youth Development Programs at the University of Arkansas Pine Bluff. I'm also the co-coordinator of our Peace Corps Prep program. So just a little bit, is anybody here already in 4-H? Okay, very good, very good. All right, so 4-H is a public-private partnership with the federal government through the USDA and National 4-H Council. It started in 1902. So whenever I'm traveling, I wear something that has 4-H on it, and people always inevitably say, "Oh wow, 4-H." And what do you know about 4-H? I was like, "Well, I'm the director of 4-H at my college." And they said, "Oh wow, do you all raise cows and goats and chickens?" And I said, "No, I don't." So when 4-H started in 1902, it was the third arm of extension. So our land grants are extension, have research, teaching, and extension. So the teaching everybody knows about, what you're majoring in, because you want a job in that area when you graduate. Research is what they're doing, say, in the fields or with aquaculture fisheries, in the ponds with the fish, where it could be psychological research, sociology, human sciences, whatever. That's the research part of it. Extension is what it sounds like. It's an extension, it's the outreach arm of the university. And 4-H was that third part of extension that was developed. It was developed for the youth that were farmers' kids. So that's why everybody thinks when they hear 4-H, they think, "Oh wow, you're going to agriculture. Did you raise some hogs? Did you raise some sheep? Can you tell me about it?" I was like, "Sir, I work at an ag institution," which sometimes they call our land grants ag institutions because that's how they started. I said, but 4-H is much bigger than all of that. So in our 4-H program, we're tied, like I said, to the national organization. We have access to curricula in areas of, yes, animal husbandry, but as well as cooking and nutrition, the canning and all that things, like how with the foundation, what it started out. But we also have robotics and coding and STEAM sewing. STEAM stands for science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. Okay, so we have STEAM sewing, we have the coding, we have the public speaking, which some of you all are doing today. So in 4-H, you all's organization decides to have a club tied to the organization. So what we do with UAPB 4-H, we like to collaborate a lot in the community. So there are programs, one program I collaborate with, their name is SOAR. SOAR stands for Students of Achievement and Responsibility. So they have a 4-H club. The students there, they learn about money management, career development, as well as public speaking. Everybody has to learn they have to have an elevator pitch about themselves, okay? Because when you never know who you may meet that might get you further in your career, right? So you should be able to tell. Who knows what an elevator pitch is? What's an elevator pitch? Okay, so elevator pitch is just a 30-second snippet. It's like a commercial about yourself. So hello, my name is Tiki Hunt. I am from Pine Bluff. I went to school in Georgia, got my bachelor's and master's degree, went to the Peace Corps, and now I'm back working in my hometown of Pine Bluff to help develop the community. And community development and collaboration is my thing. Less than 30 seconds. You're just telling about yourself. So all our students, they learn how to do an elevator pitch, telling them who they are, what they're interested in, what things they have been doing. I love the line dancing, as you see. This past summer, I got a chance to go to the International 4-H camp. It was held in Arkansas. It was held right here in the state of Arkansas. Previously, it was held in New Jersey. But I got to meet 4-Hers from not just Arkansas, but Texas, New York, and Maine, and then Korea, and Thailand, and Jamaica. And so the last night of the camp, we had, well, every evening of the camp, each group had a presentation. And everybody's presentation, everybody was dancing. So each group, so we learned how to do dances from Jamaica. That was, okay, by far the best. They showed all different genres of dance. When you think, people think about Jamaican, all they think about is reggae. No, we learned about 6 different types of music and dance in Jamaica. So 4-H is not just about the competition and learning about animals. 4-H is what you make it. Your club is what you make it. They have what's called special interest clubs. So some people that get in 4-H say, I'm interested in sewing. And that's all they do, sew and make clothes. That's what they do. But guess what? When they go to competition, they also have to do the public speaking. Because when they model the clothes that they make, they have to tell about the type of fabric. Is it natural fiber or is it synthetic? They have to tell about why they chose to design it that way. Why did you cut it this way? Based on your body size and your body shape. Why did you do that? You know, where did those materials come from? Everything is tied. Agriculture is life. So if you think about fashion, everybody has on an agriculture product again. I can't go to a single person and find somebody that doesn't have on an agriculture product. You either have on leather or cotton. All right. If you're rich, you might have on some silk. Okay. I don't have on silk. It's polyester. That's a synthetic. So you learn the difference between synthetic and natural fibers. But you know, 4-H is what you make it. 4-H is also, like I said, because it's tied to USDA, it's nationally recognized. So if you want to get your organization tied to something that's nationally recognized, again, thinking about fashion at summer conference in Washington, DC, on the train, and all the students, of course, they still have their 4-H gear on because we're touring, we want to keep up with everybody. And a young lady, she had on a nice green suit dress, and she just got all excited when she saw the kids with 4-H on. She said, oh my gosh, 4-H, I was at 4-H. We're like, hi, how you doing? And she said, oh, I was in 4-H. I work for Senator, I don't even remember his name. I work for Senator such and such in his office. I'm interning there. And she's like, oh, what is your project? What is your project? Some people have public speaking. Some people were doing entrepreneurship. And some were doing, you know, community activism. They were community activists with their 4-H group. She said, okay, well, I raised sheep and I did fashion. She said, I made this dress. We're like, oh, wow. And it was nice enough that she was wearing to work at the Capitol in the House of Representatives. I was like, wow, you know, you made that dress. And so the piece of advice I want to tell you that she gave those 4-Hers, make sure you put it on your resume. Because it is nationally and internationally known. The next international conference in 2 years will be in Jamaica. So please get in 4-H now. So hey, we can travel together. But put it on your resume. She said that talking to not only the senators she worked with, but other senators and representatives, they said when they see 4-H on the resume, goes to the top of the pile because they know you're learning civic engagement, you're learning public speaking, you're learning leadership. Okay? And with that leadership, like she mentioned, the farm loans. Farm Service Agency has a loan program for youth that are in 4-H. So if you do want to do agriculture, your county agent has to sign off and say, yes, you are an active 4-H member, and you can get a loan to do an agriculture product, either with growing some, produce or whatever, or animal husbandry, raising a sheep or a pig or a goat or chicken or whatever. All right, so would love to have some of you in, well, I would love to have all of you in 4-H, okay? We do travel. We'll come to you and help you, train your 4-H volunteers as well as provide curriculum. I have some samples of curriculum back there. So Junior Master Gardener curriculum, as well as one of our career curriculums and entomology. Who knows what entomology is? Who knows? Somebody know what entomology? Yes, sir.
Is it the study of bugs?
Yes, it is, the study of bugs, yes. And so that's one thing you can go to competition, and I went to competition in bicycle safety. I won county and district and went all the way to the state and got to go to Fayetteville and got there and was the only person of color and the only girl competing. I didn't win, but I went. I was the only. I was like, wow. And it, because in Pine Bluff, it was other girls that competed, but when I got to state, I was the only one. The girls ride bikes too. So that's a new program we're starting. We're getting ready to start a bicycle program. We have a sponsor that is going to provide free bicycles for us. And I'll talk to you. All right, y'all enjoy, and please come back and talk to yourself, Dr. Gowan, and Kimberly, thank you, all those back.
Thank you, Ms. Tiki, so much. And I hope you all take advantage of that, the information she just shared with you, which is very important and good for the agriculture part. I'm going to ask Dr. McGowan to come up and just say just a few words. If he's in the house, let's give him a hand. He's from UAPB. And I'm going to let him tell you his title and all, because I might mess it up. I do know he is an iPhone.
Oh, 6?
Oh! All right.
Good morning. I'm gonna say it again. Good morning to each of you. That's what I'm talking about. It's a bright and beautiful day today, and for you to be here says a lot about you, and particularly your leaders that helped to get you here. Give yourselves another round of applause. I had no intentions of speaking this morning, but we are all driven by purpose. And so you never know. I always say, be ready when your name is called, or just be ready. And so that's what this program is all about, getting you ready for that next step in life. Don't squander it, take advantage of it, listen, learn, get everything you can get out of the information that you obtained today. And certainly, I want to say to you that this journey that you're on now is real. It's real. I had the opportunity to speak to some of you, even in the restroom. We had a conversation in the restroom, and I've spoken to this young man's life here in the red jacket, the lab jacket, I call it. And I've spoken to his life, and I said, before you leave here today, know that you are going to major in agriculture at UAPB. You don't have a choice. You don't have a choice. It's real. So that invitation is extended to each of you wherever you go. We want these seats emptied at some point because we have another generation that we have to bring up. I noticed, I spoke to a couple, well, one 7th grader, 8th grader, 9th grader is, these seats have to be emptied for them to come. And so we don't want to leave anybody behind. Of course, I lay awake at night often thinking, what's next? It's not about me. I have a PhD, and so I'm a lifelong learner. I never stop learning. I'm still learning stuff about what Ms. Tika was talking about, 4-H. I'm still learning things about that. But what I do know, for most of us, there's nothing. We have the saying at UAPB, ag is everything, and just the clothes you have on, to the food you eat, to the water, the natural resources, everything begins and ends with ag. Without it, you can't live. And so that's how important it is to me. It's not just a major, something to major in. I don't want you to just walk across the stage at graduation. I want you to be that CEO and that stock owner, if you will. That's what I want. And so there may be a higher calling for you. And so I want to see the CEOs. I can sense. I call myself a sort of a talent manager. I can sense talent from the first minute or so. And so when I saw the young man in the restroom, I know this doesn't sound right, but I saw talent. I recognized it. And I see the young ladies talking now like, ooh, I don't know about this. But and so I couldn't go into the ladies' restroom. So but I go into the nooks and crannies, if you will, to find that talent. This morning I came to Brinkley. And wherever God sends me next, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna identify the talent, call it out, and let it be purpose driven. Not about me, it's about you. Okay, so that's all I really wanted to say this morning, because this is about you, and you're gonna decide where you're going to go. But I just want to give you a word of encouragement that, hey, this is just the beginning. You all don't know how important you are to us. I live and work and get my paycheck by finding you. And so, and all of us who have a table back here, we are investing our time, and the people, we are investing our time for you. And so I want to just speak this word for this event today. Someone in here is going to have an opportunity, and when that opportunity comes to you, don't be shocked. Don't be I don't know. You know why you're here. You know how at some point, mama's going to put you out at some point. And so, but don't be afraid of that next step. Go forward. Know that you're going to be nurtured along the way. You're going to meet people along the way who's going to take you in as if they're your moms or pop, but you'll get that feeling. It's nothing to be afraid of now. Don't be afraid. Take the risk. Know that if you fall and stumble, someone is going to be there to catch you. You heard all the good stuff today about being debt free and all of that. That's what you learn along the way. And so I'll end with that and congratulate each of you for your next step, your next journey, wherever you go. Always remember where it started, who got you there, and bless them when you become millionaires. What about that? All right.
All right. Thank you, Dr. McGowan. And let's give him another hand. Okay, we are about to get ready for oratorical session. However, I am going to call Vice President, our Youth Program Officer, Peyton Swanigan, to come and introduction of oratorical.
You go, girl.
That's right, and our coordinator, McKagan.
Good morning, everyone. It is my honor to introduce the distinguished panel of judges for this year, our 45th annual program conference. These individuals bring with them the wealth of knowledge, experience, and dedication to empower young people. Each judge has contributed greatly to our community through these leaderships, services, and commitment to the excellence. Today, they will evaluate our participants, offer not only fair judgment, but also encouragement and inspiration. We thank our judges for taking the time to be with us and supporting our youth as they continue to grow, learn, and shine. Please help me in giving a warm welcome to our judges. Please stand as I call your name. Dr. Stephanie D. Shawns. Dr. James. Ms. Christine Smith, retired from Yes, Ms. Christine Smith. Ms. Janice White, retired from Ms. Priscilla W. Wade, retired. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, I hope you all are having a good time. I'm just going to go over the topics that we are going to be speaking on today. Well, the students. The first one is bullying, including cyberbullying, mental health challenges, lack of parental involvement or support, academic pressure and learning gaps, violent and unsafe school environments, peer pressure and risky behaviors, which include smoking, vaping, drinking, drugs, etc., and digital addiction and screen time.
Okay, I am going to ask the oratorical speakers to come up. And we're gonna ask once that they are being seated, and whenever they come up to speak, you all be really, really nice to them, quiet and listen, because one day you're gonna be up here. That's right. I'm just praying that you will, that it will be that day when all of you get the opportunity, the same opportunity to come before us and speak. And you know, no matter how many times we get up here, it is a challenge sometimes. So I already expressed to them, just don't be nervous, because they all are doing great. You all are doing great. And I am so proud because you all have been really, really quiet and respectful. And that's very important too. I'm sure it's your teachers that you have with you today and us. And we are proud of you. Okay. So we just give yourself a hand. And we get seats for everybody. It was kind of more than we expected. And I'm not unhappy about it. It is a joyful day and a joyful time to see this many to want to come up and do something so wonderful. And again, I just want to give thank my judges for accepting the task and all of my volunteers. It is exceptionally from my heart that I really appreciate it. All right, so we're going to start. But Caitlin, do you have the list? Is this? All right, I think she wants to do. This is a list? All right. Okay. Our first to come up participant, Javon Arnold.
Hey, my name is Jamila Orno. I go to Lee County High School. Today I'll be talking about bullying. Bullying is an act that may cause harm, intimidation, or fear. Bullying can not only hurt who is being bullied, but also the families and the friends. The reason I chose bullying is because my sister was bullied, and she came home crying every day. Until one day I asked what was wrong. She didn't want to tell me, so I found out. And I stood up for her like I would do anybody else that's being bullied. Because people have to look at it outside the box. Even though you are bullying just one person, it can still affect many others because anything could happen. They could possibly kill themselves or could be going through depression. You never know what someone is going through. So before you or anybody you know bully, take time to look outside the box or maybe just don't do it at all. Low self-esteem. Hearing somebody call themselves ugly, I'll be the first one to say, you're not ugly to this. The reason I say that is you have to have high self-esteem about yourself before anybody can tell you. What you look like or how you want to dress. Because once you have low self-esteem, that's when people think they can look down on you and talk about you anytime they feel like. Because you already think what they gonna say to you. So they're gonna look at you how you see yourself. So always have high self-esteem about yourself. Cyberbullying is the same exact thing as bullying. In person, it's a sign of bullying, but through a device. Talking about someone through a phone, iPad, or even a computer is still bullying.
Our next participant is Jakaya. That's not your last name. Hi,
my name is Jakaya Timmiskill. I'm from the County School District, and today I'm going to talk about lack of parental involvement or support. How can lack of parental involvement, guidance, or support impact high school students? Some may be able to give a long discussion of their experiences, while others will be able to give you a small detailed answer. As someone who experiences this, today I'm going to discuss with you how the lack of parental involvement can negatively impact any high school student. For this discussion, let us talk about academic performance. Maybe you've noticed, maybe you have not, but students who lack of parental involvement tend to have lower grades than any other student. Parental absences can lead to a child not learning everything they are supposed to learn, which leads them to be confused during school. You would think that a student who matured alongside their education would know everything and make good grades despite the fact that their parents is not involved. But here's why that is not the case. Most students who grew up with their parents were taught behavior and how to act inside of their classes. Students who go through lack of parental involvement are always taught how their behavior should be inside of the classes or how to focus. This leads to students to not behave accordingly, to which students miss out on valuable education. When this happens, grades are dropped and knowledge is lost. Have you ever had those specific students who would misconduct themselves or act inappropriately? This could be a result of lack of parental guidance. A parent has many responsibilities when it comes to raising a child the correct way. One of those responsibilities being teaching your child how to act accordingly and have good behavior. Some parents who lack a significant other tend to miss out on STEM due to distraction, stress, or depression, or any other excuse that they may have. This may affect the student negatively. If the student's secondary parent is absent, this may leave the child with grief, depression, emotional problems like anxiety, attachment issues, etc. Students may act unaccordingly due to this personal problem, and not just because of the parent's lack of guidance, but because of how the student is reacting to their absence. I know someone who lacks parental involvement. This person has a parent who has sadly passed away. Since this tragic loss, this person has had a horrible social life and has very horrible behavior problems. This person presents themselves in a poor manner. This is not due to any mental problem. The student acts like this due to not having been taught how to act accordingly. Parents who encourage high expectations for academic success provide a sense of encouragement for their child, which can lead them to have higher chances of doing well in school. If a student has confidence in themselves, they tend to have a better chance to succeed in their goal. Imagine yourself with no parents, or maybe one parent who isn't really doing their job very well. You're struggling to understand your work and have no one there to encourage you to strive for success or to help you with whatever you need. Now envision your life with the opposite. You have both loving parents in your life who help you with everything, all the work you have, all the activities you participate in or want to participate in. How you should present yourself to the people around you. This environment creates a more capable environment for children, completely changing their attitudes, behavior, and self-esteem.
All right. Thank you so much, Jakaya. Next, we're gonna have Aaron Brandon.
Good morning. My name is Aaron Brandon, and I'm a 12th grader at Lee High School, and my topic will be mental health in schools. Every day we walk through the halls surrounded by people who smile, laugh, and talk as if everything is fine. But behind those smiles, many of us are fighting silent battles with anxiety, depression, and self-doubt. Mental health challenges are becoming more common among young people, yet they're still treated like something to be ashamed of. As teenagers, we deal with more pressure than ever before. We're expected to keep our grades up, plan our futures, stay active on social media, and somehow stay happy through it all. On top of that, many students go home to family problems, such as financial stress, constant arguments, and feeling unseen. That makes it even harder to focus or feel secure. When home doesn't feel peaceful, the stress from school becomes unbearable, and the constant need to compare ourselves to people on social media, life feels 10 times heavier. What makes it worse is the silence. So many students are scared to ask for help because they think people will judge them or say they're just being dramatic. But asking for help isn't a weakness, it's courage. It takes strength to say, I'm not okay, and even more strength to reach out and get better. We can change this by talking openly about mental health. Schools should create safe spaces where students can express their feelings without fear, and teachers and parents need to listen without judgment. If we learn to treat mental health the same way we treat physical health, we can save lives, build stronger friendships, and remind people they're not alone. So let's break the silence. Let's be the generation that stops pretending and starts healing. Because mental health isn't just a part of life, it's the foundation. Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much. Malik Thompson.
Okay. My name is Malik Thompson, and I'm from Kilk Delta Collegiate High School. And my topic today is peer pressure and risky behaviors. Peer pressure. Just two little words with enough strength to dictate some of life's largest decisions. Peer pressure is a form of influence that can lead us one step closer to our goals or one step further from them. And our assignment as teenagers should be deciding where we choose to let it lead. But commonly, peer pressure is about risky behaviors such as underage drinking, dangerous social media dares, and overall reckless decisions that seem like a one-time deal. But A one-time deal can lead to a variety of consequences, such as bullying, anxiety, depression, poor academics, and family conflicts. And these can lead to even severe effects, such as suicide, sexual abuse, and substance abuse. But even regarding these consequences, the hard truth about peer pressure is that individuals often have a reason for allowing it. They see peer pressure as a form of belonging, believing that if they allow themselves to be put in certain situations with the group, they'll be seen as cool and strong. But actual strength does not come from following others. It comes from having the courage to say no. It comes from having the courage to say no. Yeah. And here's the better part. Peer pressure is not always bad. Because just as peer pressure can lead our lives down a dark path, it can also help brighten our lives with the help of positive role models that show care and support. Positive peer pressure can help us to be our better selves, to volunteer, to be a team player, to work harder. So we have to be willing to choose influences that want to lift us up instead of staying with those that only want to drag us down. So as leaders among young people, I encourage that everyone should try to be that positive role models themselves. We have to be able to say to others, you do not prove yourself by being reckless. You prove yourself by being a man or woman with substance. Being able to say, hey, this is going to harm me in the long run, so I'm not going to do it. It's how you prove yourself. So the next time you feel yourself succumbing to peer pressure, I want you to reflect and ask yourself this question. Is what I'm about to do going to help me become my ideal self or not? Because it is never worth gambling your future for those who will only bring you down. Thank you.
Wow. Tell you, young people, I am so proud.
Yeah.
So proud. Okay. Gabriel Hightower.
Good morning. Good morning. Okay, my name is Gabrielle Hightower from Lee High School in Marion, Arkansas. My topic will be mental health challenges. As a student athlete, it may look easy from the inside. I play volleyball, basketball, and track. You might think that I have all the focus, drive, invincible mentality, but really on the inside, there's a lot of stress, pressure, and even sometimes silence. Last year, I joined the Sea Cadets, and I went to a boot camp this past summer. I learned a lot about strength and discipline, and it really challenged my mental. I cried like every day. But between school, sports, and expectations, we all carry so much anxiety. Before games, the peer pressure to be perfect, because when we speak, we all grow stronger. When we support each other, we can all rise higher. When our minds are healthy, there's nothing that we cannot achieve. But one piece of advice that I will always carry with me that my commanding officers gave me is that this may be tough now, but you are stronger. Thank you.
Right. Thank you, Ms. Hightower. Our next participant, Kirsten Harris.
Good morning. My name is Kingston Harris, and my topic is mental health challenges in our schools, social media, and at home. To my fellow peers, imagine a world where you didn't have to worry about the academic pressure of getting a good grade. You didn't have to worry about going home and dealing with your parents arguing, or you didn't have to worry about getting on social media and seeing that other people are doing things that you just can't compete with. These pressures are more, like I said, more accommodated with school, social media, and at home. And I'm here to talk about how we can relieve these pressures. Around 1/3 of all high school students suffer from anxiety, and a larger 40% suffer from low self-esteem. And these are coming from the Compass Health Center. The Compass Health Center. A lot of high school students also work and do extracurricular activities. I've seen so many of my peers go to games and they can't play because they have to go to work after the game. Or I've seen so many of my peers get ready to go take a test, and they get done with the test and they didn't compete as well. Well, they didn't do as well as they thought they would, and they start doubting themselves. That's where that low self-esteem comes in. And I've seen so many of my classmates go home and come back to school the next day. They go home happy. They come back the next morning, they're groggy, they're angry, they're tired because they didn't get any sleep last night because of problems at home. And I'm here to talk about how we can relieve that. Around 4 million children in the United States of America are signed up with cases with DHS and CPS, the Department of Human Services and the Child Protective Services. Around 30% of children are taken from their parents, whether that be because they are poor, whether that be because the children are not in a safe environment, or whether that be because the parents are acting out towards the child. This will affect how you do in school. Your academic achievements will come down. You won't be able to do anything really. And these can lead to you not having enough time to prepare for your future. As teenagers, as seniors, wherever you are, no matter which you are in high school, you should be preparing for your future. And you cannot actively prepare for your future if you don't have the time. So how do we stop this? We can stop comparing ourselves to others in school. You don't have to be the best. You don't have to look the best. You don't have to do this. On social media, you can stop putting yourself out there, so far out there, and stretching yourself so much just to have others look at you. And when it comes to family dynamics, we can put things in place for those that need help. If you're under poverty, we can put things in place for you to get help. If your family's not acting right, we can get you the correct amount of help. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Harris. Our next participant, David Durr. All right. You can say it again.
My name is Darwin Bird from Kilbutt Collegiate High School. Today my topic is academic pressure and learning gaps. Beyond academic, life skills can still be taught inside the classroom. Life skills will actually teach students how to fully develop into the real world when they are old enough. Students who are taught about everyday tasks can fully develop into those habits to be more independent and prepared for adult life. Some will say school is all about the 3 main subjects, but that isn't true. Students should know how to handle their feelings and emotions. Feelings and emotions will not only prepare students for the outside world, but will also bring respect and benefit to the classroom. Many fail to understand the importance of it, but sooner or later will. Critical thinking is a skill that student needs to analyze information and make smart decisions for themselves. Students will skip over the fact that they have someone who will handle the situation wisely and handle the situation on their own. In high school, you have to focus on your work, but still past the fact that you're emotional. Walking to school doesn't make your situation better because teachers are always focused on their students' work and not their mental. When students think critically, they can easily be equipped with complex situations. These situations are actually talked about in the classroom. Students will enjoy coming to school. Students will also be willing to participate in different activities around the school also. While academic subjects provide the foundation of education, schools must teach students much more than just facts and figures. Emotional intelligence, financial literacy, critical thinking, life skills, ethics, and creativity are all essential components of a well-rounded education. These skills not only prepare students for success in their careers, but also equip them to navigate the complexities of life with confidence. As the world continues to change, schools must adapt to ensure that students are prepared for the future in every aspect, not just academic.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Bird. Our next contestant is Colin Eggerson.
Hi, my name is Kylan Eggerson, and I attend Lee High School, and my speech today is going to be on digital addiction. Digital addiction can negatively impact high school students. Studies show over 50% of high school students are impacted by digital addiction. Digital addiction can lead to poor comprehension skills with the restraint of poor communication skills as well. Digital addiction can often affect attention spans as well. Apps like TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and Instagram leaves the students scrolling for hours on short videos. After a while of this scrolling, if the student tries to watch a long video or listen to an educational speech, the student will not pay attention. Their brain craves the dopamine you get from swiping into a new video every few seconds. And when the brain doesn't have a chance to get that dopamine, it shuts out all forms of content. Although digital addiction is bad, there are more than downsides to it. One word I can think about is inspiration. When talking about digital addiction, it can also lead to inspiring a student. Students of many hobbies can gather around and watch short videos on how to better themselves in that hobby or to get inspiration for that hobby. Apps like TikTok, Red Notes, or Instagram can give us the inspiration we need. I myself am an animator. I remember one time where I had a really bad art block and I couldn't draw anything. I scrolled on YouTube and found a person that goes by Unit. They inspired my trajectory and they inspired my animation process. I'm sure that if I can find a person that can inspire me so deeply in such a short amount of time, then other students can do it as well. Digital addiction can be harmful to students, yes, but almost all the time are we learning something through these short videos. People that use digital devices can all be prone to digital addiction. But the word and the idea of digital addiction has been thrown around so much that it's been diluted. People think that digital addiction is when a student is on their phones for many hours a day, but that's not really the truth. Digital addiction is very different from how we think it is. Addiction is when your brain craves the dopamine of what you're doing is providing, and you can't stop yourself. But digital addiction, a student can, if they need to and want to, can willingly get off their phone to pay attention to something. So I would like to ask everybody today to please, when you say digital addiction, think about how long that student has been on the device or what that student is doing on the device, and think about when is it right to assume digital addiction. Thank you.
Have a lot of Lake County in the house. Thank you, Mr. Anderson. Next week, our participant, Samaria.
Hello, my name is Amari Bradley. I'm from Lee High School, and I will be speaking about the lack of parental involvement and support. Have you ever had an important football game, cheer competition, or even just a simple lunch plan, and you look forward to a specific individual attending? Let's say that specific individual is a no-show, but it's your parent or guardian. How did that make you feel? You might feel saddened, let down, or even discouraged. These might be the signs of lack of parental involvement or support. The lack of parental involvement or support is not just not having a mother or father in the home, but it could be you having two parents in the home and not receiving the emotional support that you require. Having parental support or dealing with the lack of parental support can make or break anyone. Specifically, I would like to speak on high school students. Studies show that children who do receive the support or engagement are less likely to turn to unhealthy coping mechanisms such as drug abuse, teen pregnancies, or even suicidal thoughts. I'm here to say that this can be farthest from the truth if you seek a strong support system and believe in yourself. The void from the pain of an absent parent is an impossible feat. There are many resources to get you stabilized and help you find healthy coping mechanisms. Some being think is your local therapy services, school guidance counselor, or even more specific, nonprofit organizations. Nonprofit organizations are organizations devoted to making a change publicly or socially without the benefit of a profit. For example, Son of the Saint, the Boys and Girls Club of America, or from Fatherless to Fearless. Do not be afraid to reach out. You are not the only one dealing with the struggle of a physically or emotionally absent parent, but you can be someone who brings change or awareness to the situation and change the mindset of those who may feel hopeless. Simply letting someone know that you are there for them and that they are not alone can completely change their outlook on life. Personally, I have not dealt with the lack of parental involvement or support, but I understand how important it is to have some type of support in your life. As a child myself, it makes me very happy to see my mother standing in the stands smiling at me as I cheered a football or basketball game. Simply hearing her ask about how my day went and giving me a few encouraging words carries a positive impact on my life as well. You never know what anyone is going through. Reach out to kids in your local schools, communities, or even children next door to you. Just because you are lacking the emotional support from a parent or guardian does not mean that you cannot still build a support system that is stronger than ever and lead you on along the way. Find friends you don't just gossip with, but instead check on each other's mental state and well-being. To anyone who may be dealing with this, I would like to encourage you to stay positive, remain hopeful, believe in yourself, and remember that you are not alone. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Rattler. Our next participant, Adriana Norris.
Hello and good morning to everyone. My name is Adriana Norris and I am a senior at Lee Senior High School. Today I will be presenting a speech about violence and unsafe environments. I chose this topic because it is something that hasn't been taken. It is also something that is constantly happening to 50% of the children in the world of the ages of 2 to 17 years old. Violence and unsafe school environments have negatively impacted high school students' mental health, physical well-being, and their academic performance, leading to the increased symptoms of depression, anxiety, and suicidal ideation, as well as lower grades, increased absenteeism, and a higher risk of high school students dropping out. In Arkansas, a 2021 survey showed 7.2% of students were threatened or injured with a weapon on school property, and other data from 2019 indicated high rates of bullying, 22.6%, and fighting, 8.3% on school grounds, with almost 10% of students skipping school due to safety fears. The state also experienced multiple school shootings between 1997 and 2021, which resulted in casualties and injuries. When a community has struggled with things such as crime, fighting, or physical/mental abuse, it creates the fears that makes people feel unsafe in their own neighborhoods. The constant worry that students have can distract them from focusing in school and make it much harder for families to live peacefully. Over time, living in an unsafe environment can cause stress, anxiety, and even symptoms of long-term trauma. That is why it is important to work towards creating safe and supportive environments where everyone can feel secure and focus on building a better future for themselves. We also have to remember that unsafe environments can take away opportunities. People may stop going to school, work, or aid community events because they are afraid of what could happen. Businesses would not want to open in areas where crime rates are high, which also means that fewer jobs and resources will be available for people who live there. And over time, this can lead to poverty, lack of education, and fewer chances for the next generation. This is why it's important to help break the cycle, because creating safe communities opens doors to hope, opportunities, and better lives for everyone. Great. The good news is that things can change and it doesn't always have to take something big to make a difference. Each of us has the power to help our school and community be safer. We can speak up when we see bullying, report dangerous situations, and be there for friends who might be struggling. Choosing kindness and respect, even when it's not easy, can change the way people treat each other. Small actions can inspire others to do the same, and together they can lead to a safer and more positive environment. Violence in unsafe environments might feel like problems that are too big to solve, but they aren't. When students, teachers, and families work together, they can make real change happen. We can build schools and neighborhoods where people feel safe, respected, and supported. Everyone deserves a place where they can focus on learning, growing, and planning for the future, not worrying about staying safe. As we think about violence and unsafe environments, we should remember that we all have a part to play in making things better. Change doesn't have to be big to matter. It starts with the choices we make every day. We can stand up for what's right, treat people with respect, and speak out when we see someone getting hurt. If we all do our part, we can make our school and our community safer. Together, we can break the cycle of violence and create a place where everyone feels welcome, safe, and able to succeed. Thank you.
Ms. Norris, thank you, thank you. Our next participant, Alana Edwards.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
My name is Alana Edwards. I'm currently a senior at Lee High School, and today I will be talking about mental health. We often ask people, how are you? But rarely wait for a real answer. Most of us smile and say, I'm fine. Even when we're breaking inside, because somewhere along the way, the world taught us that showing pain means showing weakness. But the truth is, everyone is fighting something. Some battles are loud and visible. Some are quiet and fought behind closed doors. Maybe it's a student who laughed the loudest but cries at night. Maybe it's even you. Mental health is not a weakness. It's a part of being human. Just like we care for our bodies, we need to care for our minds too. Because the strongest people aren't the ones who never fall, but they're the ones who ask for help when they do. I've learned that talking about your feeling doesn't make you broken, it makes you brave. And listening to someone's pain doesn't make you a therapist, it makes you a friend. If more of us spoke up and more of us truly listened, imagine how many hearts could start to heal. Imagine how many stay alive just because they finally seen. So today, I want to remind you, it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to take a breath. It's okay to reach for help because you matter. Your feelings matter and your story matter. So let's build a world where no one suffers in silence, where kindness replaces judgment, where healing begins with a simple and honest conversation. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Edwards. Our next participant, Alicia Pearson.
Hi, my name is Ashley Pearson. I'm a senior at Clarendon High School and I suffer from anxiety and depression. So the topic I'm speaking on is mental health. Now, I don't usually introduce myself so intimately, but I'm doing that for a reason today. Let me give you a background about myself. In 2020, my father suffered a very sudden and unexpected death from a brain aneurysm. He was a young 41 years old and I was 12. We were extremely close and he was my best friend. I was left with such big feelings, but I didn't know how to deal with them except to just push them out of my mind. According to research, symptoms of grieving a loved one that may occur in a teen or preteen can include social challenges, difficulty managing emotions, depression and/or anxiety, sleeping problems, changes in eating habits, low attention span, and struggling with academics. I developed more than one of these symptoms. Now, unfortunately, COVID was also prevalent around that time. The public didn't know much about the virus except that it was bigger than that we've seen in years. People were dying and there seemed to be no hope in sight. From 6th grade into 7th, I had to attend school from home for a long period of time instead of with my classmates doing work solely online. When my assignments were completed for the day, I would tend to browse social media for entertainment. There was not much to do on lockdown for a kid of my age, especially one who is grieving the loss of her father. The use of social media for routine can have a negative effect, though we tell ourselves we use it for enjoyment. It can mirror some of the negativity as grief and cause depression and anxiety, sleeping problems, and low attention span. Online bullying, isolation, body image issues, and addiction can also become common. Between March 2020 and December 2022, there is a 63.5% increase in the number of antidepressants being prescribed to teens and young adults, with females seeing the biggest increase. According to a 2025 survey, a staggering 34% of Gen Z are currently taking prescription medication for their mental health. I chose to speak about this topic today to raise awareness of this epidemic that is affecting a large portion of today's population, and it's not only youth or young adults. It affects far more than you or myself may even realize, because not everyone is comfortable discussing or admitting their feelings of despair or discomfort. I hope that in the future, we can erase the stigma behind mental health disorders and normalize discussing them with a professional or at least a loved one. I also think we should advocate for more awareness in school for all ages through programs and designated trained peers. I hope to be a safe space for my loved ones and others who are struggling today and in the future. Upon graduating from high school, my plan for college is to major in the field of therapy, specializing in helping children and young adults. This is my passion because I've been there. I live there. I would like to believe that I can help, and maybe we can help each other. If you need help or just someone to talk to, please don't hesitate to reach out to someone. You're not alone, and there's help available. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Ashley, so much. Let's give them a hand. We have our last contestant, our participant, Ada Hill.
I apologize for that interruption. I'm sick right now. I had to run down there and get a cough drop. I was holding my cough the whole time up here, trying not to interrupt people. My name is Ada Carroll, and I'm a sophomore at high school. And my topic today is digital addiction. Kids and teens are spending too much time online, whether they enjoy YouTube videos, gaming, mobile games, gaming on a console, or social media as a whole. For some people, it has gone past entertainment and evolved into an addiction. Digital addiction can be defined as an excessive use of the internet or digital devices. Kids nowadays are obsessed with their phones, laptops, tablets, and televisions. This is not a good sign for their future. Studies show that spending too much time on a screen can lead to lower attention spans, affect physical health, and weaken social skills. They have also reported that too much time spent in front of a screen has been related to worse academic performance. Screen time also negatively affects executive functioning, which plays a huge role in academics. Digital addiction has negative effects outside of attention spans and academics. There are also serious physical effects such as carpal tunnel, and the National Library of Medicine has noted that some of the physical issues include computer vision syndrome, back and neck pain, and many other musculoskeletal problems caused by bad posture and repeated movements while staring at screens. Computer vision syndrome is defined as eye strain, blurred vision, headaches, and eye irritation. Screen time, it's also affecting kids communicating with their peers and others face-to-face. Conversing in real life has been replaced with text and voice messages. Many gamers have built their friendships online instead of in real life. When kids are online all the time, they don't get to practice their communicational skills, and this leads to a lack of communication. Social media is also not a good place for young minds. Influencers often show the best parts of their life and leave out the bad. This makes kids feel less than and that they are not worthy, leading to low self-esteem and anxiety. So why are kids spending so much time online? They spend time online because they crave the dopamine that TikTok, Instagram, and your favorite social media apps give. Dopamine is a feel-good chemical that the brain releases when on social media. These apps are designed to be addictive so that people will use them. So how do we fix this? You can't eliminate technology. You need to encourage balance. So Schools, parents, and other organizations need to promote physical activity, creativity, and face-to-face conversations. We need to unplug and focus on activities that don't involve screens. Technology needs to be a tool, not something that can control us.
All right, let's give all of our 13 contestants. Y'all been awesome. I'll tell you one thing for sure, I am honored not to be the judge. These judges got their hands held up here right now. Next, we're going to let the judges make the results, do the results, tabulate the results. And Michaela and I think we can do the break now for the door prizes. Well, we are. Okay, all right, my four contestants, participants, go down. You can go back to your seats and then you don't have to come back up. Sorry. But we're gonna have the door prizes. That's the only reason I'm asking to do that, but make sure you come back. Attention. We're going to do just 3 door prizes right now. I have been told that our caterer is here. And so this is kind of like 11:30, the time that we usually go on and eat. So we're gonna do the door prizes. You want to get your attention, so you listen. We're gonna eat after the door prizes is done, and then we'll come back up and have the rhetorical come, and then we'll have our speaker after they eat. Okay? Only gonna do 3. Last 3 digits, 805, 805, 805. They don't got no winner, 805. 849. So we got a winner. 849. Oh, Caitlin, you take it. 804. 804. Nobody. Check out too. 804. 842. 842. 827. Come on. 827. Is that you? Everybody, you got what number? Yeah, I got eight number. 842. Yeah, 842. All right. You. All right, are you all ready? Mashika, which way you want them to go? We're gonna let the guest speaker go, table start first. And then, Dr. McGowan, your table next. Yeah. Marie, your table. Yes, your table. Your table. Yeah, that's it. I don't know which number. They're supposed to have a number, but it's not there. And the next table there, excuse me, the one with the ponytail head down, your table. Your table. And once someone start coming out, we'll go from there. The judges are out of, are they out? Yes. Everybody, we would like for you to come in and have your seat. But my oratorical participants, I need you back on the stage. I know I'm loud. Yes, I am. My oratorical speakers, participants, I need you back on the stage immediately. And everyone to come back inside. We're going to get started. How was the food? Good. And I'm going to ask Mr. Person from UAPB to come up on the stage. He has something that he would like to share with you before we call the results. My oratorical speakers, please take your stand. Take your seat up on the stage, please. And then you won't hear my mouth again. Thank you so much. Don't have my Jakaya, are you in their house? Oh, okay. However, we're gonna go on and let Mr. Person from UAPB, let's give him a hand as he comes.
Thank you, Ms. Williams. By the sound of the projection, I could tell he was very good in oratorical speaking. Hello, everyone. How you doing? Right. We'll get a quick roll call. Woman ninth graders for my freshmen. Hey, freshmen, I always tell students, ninth grade is where it starts. See, you can go back to any graders in ninth grade. Woman sophomores. Okay, sophomores. So you're getting ready a couple years before you know it, it'll be the senior year. My juniors, what are juniors? All right, juniors. Hey, remember that word scholarship. This is where you start preparing yourself, putting yourself in a position for ACT, SAT, start prepping, and you want to take those tests multiple times. Because we get a lot of colleges and universities, we score your scores. When what my seniors at? Class of 26 in the building, okay? All right, but no, I don't want to take your time long. So November the 1st, y'all remember that date? November the 1st is our high school day. We're going to be doing tours that day. You get a chance to meet wonderful departments that we have on our campus. We're going to show you our new cafe that we have. And yes, it's very nice. So we love that. We're going to be feeding you free from the Office of Recruitment. Then guess what? Just preceding the tours, we're going to take you down to the game where we're playing Southern University. So you're going to get a chance to get that full HBCU experience that day. And get to see M4 take it to the field. So November 1st, come back to our tables and all other tables as well. Come by and scan the QR code. And we're going to be seeing invitations for our high school day. And we look forward. And I thank you all the time. And seniors, I'm going to see you again. Next week, we're launching our free application week. So you take advantage, we're going to waive those applications, all right? Thank y'all for your attention and have a great conference. Thank you.
That is going down.
Thank you, Mr. Murphy. How many are ready for the results? I want you to know that everyone up here that participated, we all are what? Winning! Because you have put in the work, and what we say, work will win. Work will win. All right. Call their name. Who is the judge? Want to come up here? What are the judges?
What are you It's going out.
We have Miss Priscilla Wade, a former USDA employee, and she is one of the judges. Let's give her a hand as she comes. Everyone did an excellent job, so be proud of yourself. Let's give them another hand. Our fourth place winner is Gabrielle Hassau.
Yeah.
Go, Gabby. We're gonna take people later. We're gonna move on. Our third place winner is Caitlin Eggerson. The second place winner is Malik Thompson. Okay, I don't want to mess up her name. So our first place winner is Miss Ratliff. Later, after our guest speaker comes. Also, we have one more special announcement. Lee County was our winner for announced that you are the winner and brought the most students. And next year, we're gonna have more. I want the oratory speakers to stand because I want you all to know that you all were winners. Okay. Take picture later on. So as they come down, we're gonna have Brother Branch and his wife to come up to do the introduction. Michelle Branch. But I want to thank you all again.
Good job.
Okay. May I have your attention? May I have your attention? We've been waiting for this hour for our speaker, and I know Mariana is going to be representing him very well, representing. We have Mr. Branch, Mariana, I'm going to say from your high school, and introduction of speaker, Michelle Branch will come up.
We say good afternoon to everyone. It's good morning, Miss Janie. Before I get started, let me say this. I want to thank Miss Janie for and her staff and everyone for putting this together. This is great. This is awesome. But I also want to thank Miss Janie because Miss Janie is one of the ones from Brinkley, Arkansas that helped pour into me. I'm part of who I am because of her and because of several of you all out here. And so I believe in giving flowers when you can. And so I want to give her flowers right now and tell her thank you. And with that being said, let me start my introduction. Again, good evening, good afternoon to everyone. Let me say that, good afternoon to everyone. It's truly a blessing to stand before a room filled with so much promise, so much purpose, and so much potential. Today we gather under the theme, Cultivating Pathways to Prosperity. And our next speaker is someone who embodies that very message in every area of his life.
He is a man who believes that prosperity isn't just about wealth. It's about growth. It's about purpose. And it's about walking in alignment with God's plan. As a principal, he plants seeds of excellence in the minds of young people every single day, helping students discover their gifts and understand that education is one of the greatest tools for building a prosperous future. Let me say that again. Education is one of the greatest tools for building a prosperous future. As a pastor, he shepherds his congregation with compassion and conviction, teaching that true prosperity begins in the heart when faith, discipline, and service come together. His message reminds us that success is not only what we achieve, but who we become along the journey. And as a father, he leads by example, modeling integrity, responsibility, and love. He showed that prosperity starts at home, where values are taught, faith is strength, and purpose is nurtured. He has dedicated his life to guiding others along the path to spiritual, academic, and personal success. He believes that every young person in this room carries within them the potential to transform not only their own life, but the world around them. So today, as we focus on cultivating pathways to prosperity, prepare to be inspired, challenged, and encouraged by a man who lives what he teaches. So, stand with me, Lee High School students, staff, and we welcome your principal, my husband, my friend, my pastor, and all of my co-workers, Mr. Willie Richardson.
That kind of introduction, you don't have to say anything. All said, amen. I want to first, before I get started, I love children, and I just want all the ones that gave their article today, would you please stand? I want you to, would you please stand? All of you. Wait, hold. Our future is bright. Ms. Jamie, you've done a great job bringing them here. If you understand something, look around. There are people of color. We need to know that there is a future for us, and they all spoke well. Just to get up here and open their mouth is the number one thing.
Yes.
We need to give them a round of applause. Standing ovation. Yeah, standing ovation. All right. I'm seated now. I want to thank Ms. Williams. I call her Jamie because I've been knowing her for 20-some years now, and her mother was a great person in my life, and herself is a great person in my life. I come today as a dual citizen. I am a proud principal of Lee High School, and also a proud pastor and a resident of Brinkley, Arkansas. So I bring together two great cities that I call in my heart that produce what we need for our community. And as you see that we're here gathered for these children to know and understand that life is before them, but there has to be preparation. I've always been told that if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Well, I want you to know that in order to be what you need to be in this life, there ought to be some things in your mind. You have to have a mindset that's going to change. Everybody say mindset. Mindset. A mindset has to change. Your mindset has to change. We are plagued with a lot of negativity around us, but you are the one that can change that negativity. Say you are the one that can change that negativity. If you're the one that can change the negativity, there's some things you have to understand. Prosperity. Everybody say prosperity. I'm trying my best to stand right here. I'm so used to walking around. Prosperity. Prosperity is just not money. I know everybody want to get that money, want to get that money, want to get that money. It's not money. It's also health. You have to have a good health. And you can't enjoy your money with bad health. If you ask some of these people that have lived a little longer, they'll tell you that they got a monthly bill buying medicine every month because of health issues. Prosperity deals with things that are going to make you happy, things that's going to make you prosper to help others. Remember, you are doing these things. It's going to affect the people that are around you. It's going to affect everybody around you. A lot of y'all want to get up out the situation that you're in. You can't get out of that situation unless you do the things that it takes to get out of those things. One of those things are just what you did or what we saw today. You were able to speak up, stand up and speak up for yourself. A lot of times we are not able to get out of situations because we won't speak for ourselves. We always go carry that thing that what they used to call it King David code of silence. In other words, I don't want to say nothing. In our community, most in our community, we're going to be quiet if anything happens because we don't want to be a snitch. Amen. Let's say snitches get what? We don't want to do that. But I tell you what, if you learn how to stand up for yourself, you won't go ahead and speak because you might be the one that's in that situation. So that prosperity piece means I'm going to be better in my life, in everything. It's not the amount of money you make, because a lot of people can make a lot of money and still be broke. Amen. We have some people here, they make a lot of money, but they still broke because they don't know how to manage their money. They live paycheck to paycheck. That means if they miss one paycheck, they broke. We have to realize we have to know how to manage our money. Manage your money brings the prosperity. Also, we talk about a pathway. Everybody say pathway. Pathway, that is your pathway. Everybody has their own journey. There's an old ancient Chinese proverb that says the beginning of 1,000 miles is the first step. You have to take that step, and that pathway is what you take, and it's going to take hard work. You can't get there and it'll be easy. I want to take this time to say, I'm getting to my pathway. It took a long time to get here, but I'm getting to it. In the next month, I should be defending my doctoral thesis, my dissertation. But I want you to understand how I got there, my pathway. When I started off, not even a year later, one of my sons got killed. And I had to step out. But that's still my pathway. I got back in. I lost my leg, amputation, had a stroke, had a heart attack. But my pathway was to what? Get my doctor's degree. The pathway is not always easy. But if you stick with it, if you go with it, you'll get to the end. I talked to my chair yesterday and I told him, I said, I'm ready to do my defense. And it takes 2 weeks for the AQR, which is the Academic Quality Research Team, to look at it and say, well, we're going to give them 2 weeks and we're going to let him do his defense. So I'm gonna take my defense, but when I get through, it's not because of what I've done, it's what I went through to get to where I got to. Amen. And I tell my kids at school, I say, you wanna go through some things just to get to where you got to get to. And I'm gonna tell you this right here. You got to do the things that you don't want to do to get what you need to get.
Yeah.
And say everyone, you're gonna do the things you don't want to do to get what you need to get. I didn't want to have to go to school to get degrees that I got, but I had to do it in order to get to where I need to get to. So prosperity and a pathway, you got to make the pathway, and now you have a purpose. Everybody has a purpose. Everybody say purpose. Everybody has a purpose. I don't care who you are, what color you are, how tall, short, bald you are, you got a purpose. Amen. Everybody say purpose. Everybody say purpose. Purpose. You have to find your individual purpose in order to make it in this world. Some people's purpose might be being a preacher, a principal, a teacher, a tax collector. Whatever your purpose is, you get to it and you work and make it work. Because the Bible says that your gift will make room for you. Your gift is your purpose. God gives you a gift. And once he gives you this gift, you have to do something with it. As you see, I'm a preacher, so I'm going to tell you something here. There's a story in the Bible about God. This man gave 1 talent, gave 5 talents to one person, and 2 talents to another person, and 1 talent to the last person. And when he left away, he says, when I come back, I'm going to come back for what I've given you. And so the one that had 5, he went and took his talents and he went to the bank and he doubled it. The one that had 2 went to the bank and doubled his. The one that had 1 went and took it and buried it. Because he knew that when the masters come back, he gonna want what he gave him. So when the master came back, he went to the one that had 5 and he says, where is my talent? He says, I not only do I have your talent, but I also double that. He says, good and well done, my faithful servant. The one that had 2, he went to him, he says, where is my talent? And he says, I've got your talent and I also doubled it. He said, good and well done, my faithful servant. The one that had 1, he came and said, where are my talent? He says, here it is. I hid it, I buried it, so that when you come back, you will have your talent. He told him, you wicked person. And I always wonder, I said, what I mean, he gave you what you gave, and I wonder why you do that. Why did he do that? Because God is a God of multiples. He multiplies. When he gives you something, he wants you to do what he has done. He multiplies. So with the talent that you have, you need to multiply it so that when God comes back, you can say, God, I got yours and I got some more. That's how we are. We are a people who always take what we have and make more of it. I grew up in a time where we shared everything. We didn't know we was poor, but they said we were, but I didn't know that. I just know that whatever we had, we had. But they made good with what they had. Nowadays, our children are growing up and they want somebody to give them something. You have to change that. It's your story. You have to change it. You have to be able to change that and be a people who's going to give to others. Not take, but give. So you got to be prosperous. You got to make your pathway. And you have to have your purpose. So the purpose of the story, God is giving you a gift. What you going to do with it? God is giving you a gift. What are you gonna do with it? They have opened up the Brinkley Convention for you to come in here and you to learn, to give you tools so you can be better. What you gonna do with it? The majority of people in here are African Americans. What are you gonna do with it? The ball is in your court. We have given you the tools to overcome. What are you gonna do with it? Are you gonna lay it down and say, nothing, I'm not gonna do anything? Or are you gonna make it prosper? Are you gonna have a purpose and make your own pathway? It's up to you today. It's up to you today to make that decision. One last thing before I go. Y'all know the song Boots on the Ground, don't you? I'm not fixing to dance, I'm not fixing to sing. But what I want you to understand, when it says you got your boots on the ground, it's talking about I'm fixing to do some work.
Yeah.
Y'all dancing, stepping, and all that, twirling and all that, but the real thing is I'm fixing to do some work. I got to have my boots on the ground. I cannot make my life better without my boots on the ground. What they say, I got 10 toes down. Like him. So when you leave today, keep your boots on the ground. Do what you're supposed to do. In school and out of school. Do what you're supposed to do. It is great. Let us make a change in this world, and it starts with you. Now give yourself a hand clap of praise. God bless you, God.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Brother Branch. Willie, is it called? Yeah. Reverend Branch. Mr. Branch, Mariana. I enjoyed that. He spoke on topic, part of his speech that we talked so highly about in the program this summer. Remember my students, remember the word cat that I talked to you all about? You remember, any of you out there? What cat? I growing up, I mean, you know, first word we kind of learned how to spell CAT, but never thought that what it really meant. And he talked about the talents. C, character. A, attitude. Talent, the T. And each one of you have all of that. It showed up here. Character, attitude, and talent that you brought on the stage today. And out there you still have it. And I want to thank you all and thank Brother Branch. We were on one accord here. He didn't even know that. It's about bringing those talents and what happened, you know. You didn't know that. No, I was telling Michelle. The little word cat that you have in you. So you cats out there, you got it going on. It showed there. And I want you to keep it, not just today. And then, you know, the purpose that we spoke here. This is your day. And you have a purpose. And you know what? It was meant for you to be here today. The ones that's here, it was meant for you to be here. And again, I want to thank you all. Don't forget the participants. We are going to take pictures. But first, we're going to ask Lashiko. Dr. King isn't here. He's at the office working on some things for tomorrow. We are short on staff. And so we had to delegate here and there. And I'll tell you, it has worked. I'm gonna ask Miss Lashika if she would do this honor and do the recognition to Reverend. And okay. Okay, y'all didn't clap for me, y'all are out of order. Yeah, I know what, I shouldn't even have to have told y'all that, it's okay. It's okay, we're not gonna hold you all long, I know y'all are ready to go because I am ready to go, these heels are kicking my butt. And we wanna appreciate, before I do closing remarks, we absolutely want to appreciate the man of God, our speaker for today, Reverend Branch, for coming and giving us and encouraging you all. Were you all inspired by the word on today?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, yes. So we have a certificate for Reverend Branch, and you know what? I don't want to just acknowledge Reverend Branch without recognizing his wife. Thank her for introducing him. We thank God for the woman of God. Let me read it. This certificate of excellence comes from Arkansas Land Community Development Corporation. It says this certificate is presented to Reverend Willie Branch for excellence and support as a speaker for the XLUK Annual Youth Day Conference on October 23rd, 2025. This is our 45th annual conference and is signed by our president, Dr. Kyle King, our youth program director, Ms. Janie, and our youth coordinator, Ms. McCaitlin Smith. So let's give Reverend Branch a round of applause. Okay, so if there is nothing else we want to, before we close out, I do want to recognize our staff on today, everyone that's works for Arkansas Land and Community Development Corporation. Would you please stand? We definitely want to recognize you all and let everybody know who you are, the hard work and dedication that have been put into this event. We appreciate you all. Y'all are simply amazing. I also want our Excel UK participants to stand up. Those that participate in our program. We are simply proud of them. And every summer, guys, we have a program. It's actually not just a summer program, it's an all year long program. If you can get involved. We would love to see you all's face. We would love to share what we're doing out there at Arkansas Land and Community Development Corporation. Okay, our college recruiters, those that came from far and near, we appreciate you all back there, UAPB, EACC, Shorter College. I think ALR was back there. So we are appreciative of all the information that you all have given out, and you stayed here. Those who stayed for the long haul, thank you. And am I missing anybody? Surveys. Okay, we have surveys. Please fill them out and tell us how we did. If we could do anything different and if we could do anything better, feel free to let us know. Don't be too hard on us now. We tried our very best. And so, but we do appreciate your comments and your suggestions. If you all can do that for us. Thank you for all the volunteers that came out and helped. Our judges, our panel of judges, I don't want to miss anybody. Our panel of judges, we thank you for being here and stepping in with a time of need. All the different schools. Thank you, staff, Clarendon, Lehigh, Hill Delta. We thank you because we appreciate you all for answering our call today. If there is nothing else, I am going to get ready and turn us out. If y'all will stand because we're going to pray out. Two more door prizes right quick. Okay, well, sit down. Two more door prizes, real quick. That's quiet. Survey card, please.
837. 837.
837. Okay. She's done.
Don't talk about.
Eight three nine.
839.
839.
839.
Oh, is it? Hello? Yeah. Moving on. Yeah.
Yeah. We want to thank these young ladies for calling out and doing the door prizes for us. Now we're gonna, if everyone will stand, please, we are going to have Ms. Branch to come and close us out in prayer.
All right, let's get quiet, bow your heads. Father God, we thank you for this day. We thank you for the children that are represented, the schools that are represented here today, Lord Jesus. God, we pray for traveling grace near and far. God, we hope that something has been done or said today that will change a heart of one of our young children here today. And God, we ask that you go with all of us and be with us. It's in your son's Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Okay, don't forget, I would like the judges, the oratorical, the speakers, and all. Let's take a picture right before we leave, okay?